Hello, this is John Ashworth, otherwise known as the Fitness Nomad. Here tonight again at the Nomad News Desk, and I wanted to start with a concept that I think is important. Perfect is the enemy of done, right? So here's an example of that. It's about 20 after 5, Tuesday evening, and I actually get to meet my family tonight over at Whole Foods for a little food and celebration. They have some kind of a bluegrass band playing, great summer evening. We'll have some sushi, it'll be fantastic. But first, of course, this news desk report is very, very important to me. I wanted to get it done, but rather than trying to create the perfect environment here on my desk, I just decided, the heck with it, I'll just film it. And then I thought it'd be fun to do this. So what's on my desk? All right, so let's just go through it real quick. First of all, my special tea mixture in my favorite San Diego mug. Little cinch tea, the Shackley Performance, and peppermint tea, all mixed together with just a hint of honey to sweeten it up a little bit. And beautiful, helps me keep my energy level up for the evening. No caffeine in there, all natural, but natural energy boosting stuff. Secondly, little snack dish, okay, Core Energy. This is a terrific all natural supplement, also made by Shackley. Great for boosting the energy. It's a mixture of green tea, ginseng, and cordyceps mushrooms. So if I haven't mentioned that to you yet and you're a client, let me know. I'd be happy to tell you more about it. My little milk cup for shakes and things. I'm actually bringing this home, but that happened to be sitting on my desk. My wife, Laura, worked out here at the studio earlier today and left her detangler, and so I need to make sure I bring that home or I will be in major trouble. Okay, so we got that. And then, of course, you are the next contestant at the Nomad News Desk, my toy Price is Right microphone. This is an awesome tool, spinal mobilizer. Okay, you lie down, you put this behind your back and you roll over, you put it in between the vertebrae, and it's a great way to mobilize the spine, really helps loosen up the back. And this morning, boy did I need this. What else we got here? Sarah's latest version of her homemade granola bars. These are getting better all the time. They're not quite there yet, but they're getting better all the time. Calculator, financial reports for the business, a pen, other stuff I gotta go through. Probably the most important tool on the desk, the glasses cleaner. If you're a client, you got one of these recently with the Fitness Nomad logo on it. These microfiber towels are terrific, absolutely terrific for cleaning the glasses on the go here at the studio so that I can see what I'm doing. So here we go. This is part 4 in how to get your gut. All right, so if you remember parts 1, 2, and 3, let's go back and review them. Part 1, don't bother getting up. So if you want to build that gut, you want that waist to get bigger and bigger, stop exercising, stop moving, and don't do anything, and that'll get you started. Number 2, keep eating as much as you ate in your 20s. This seems to be coming up over and over again over the course of this week in particular. The reality that as we all continue to get older, like it or not, you can't eat like you ate when you were in your 20s, but if you want a gut, that's a good way to do it. Number 3 was bump up your calories per bite, so eating too many of those calorie-dense foods without much nutrition, pretzels, cakes, things like that. I always start with pretzels because that's one of my bad habits, is the pretzels. All right, number 4, you ready? Drink your calories. All right, this is a big one. And I'll start with alcohol. I can't tell you how much alcohol gets in the way of people's body transformation results. I'm not saying you can never have a drink or two here and there, but it gets in the way, and it gets in the way for a couple of different reasons. Basically, liquid fat, all right? Converts to sugar, converts to fat, like that. The second big problem with it is it lets down all your inhibition. So you go out, have a couple of drinks, and you got a big buffet in front of you, unhealthy foods, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to eat way more than you would normally eat otherwise, and that's just a bad combination. The other thing is, and I've talked about this before, juice is another big one. A lot of clients struggle with that. You want a big 16-ounce glass of orange juice in the morning. Well, that's a good way to take in 300 or 400 extra calories, and if you only need 1,500 calories a day, that's not a good start. That's about 25% of your calories right there. Other things like all those drinks at Starbucks. Now, I'm known for my latte habit, okay? But I had it with soy milk, and I know it's 160 calories, and that soy milk comes with a fair amount of protein. I don't put any of those syrups in it or sugar or any of that other garbage. My God, they got a green tea drink over there at Starbucks. Looks like it came out of some kind of a chemical plant, bright green, and it tastes like sugar. That's all it tastes like. I can't taste tea in there. It's nothing like this. Speaking of which, this is a good example. I mean, I put a little honey in these. I have to be careful. You have to be careful. If you're putting honey in your tea all day long, that adds up. It all adds up. Here's where it gets interesting. All right, so because you've heard all that other stuff before, right? Liquid calories, bad, don't eat, drink juice, all that stuff. Everybody knows that. There's a gentleman by the name of Wayne Campbell at Purdue University, and he's done some really, really interesting research. So pay attention here now. A review of 42 studies found that when people consume solid food, they consume less calories at the next meal. So when they consumed 100 calories of solid food, in the next meal they can consume 65 fewer calories. When they ate 100 calories of semi-solid food, they still ate 25 fewer calories at the next meal. But when they had 100 calories of liquid, they didn't cut back on their calories at all. And that's because all food that you put into your gut is work for the gut. So it's likely that even though a few hours have gone by, some of that food is still being worked on by the body. But that liquid gets processed very, very quickly. So I found that very interesting. In addition to that, he found that people gained 1 pound when they were told to drink 450 extra calories worth of soda every day for 2 weeks. Whereas when they were told to eat 450 extra calories for a 2-week period, they didn't gain any weight. Very, very interesting. And all of this, of course, goes back to the thing I'm always talking about, which is that you really can eat more and weigh less. One of the reasons you feel more full when you eat and then you eat less calories at the next meal is that if you've eaten a good amount of fiber, whole grain carbohydrate, fibrous carbohydrates in that previous meal, that helps make you feel more full and helps keep the gut busy so it's not wanting more calories. Now, one more point about this, diet soda, okay? You got to stop drinking the diet soda. Weight Watchers, for example, is now allowing you to count your diet soda towards your water consumption. That's absolutely ridiculous. And what that is to me, that's a dumbing down of what really needs to happen to people who are unwilling to do what needs to be done. And I'm never going to accept that as a solution because there are so many problems with diet soda. For example, the artificial sweeteners in diet soda, they mess with your head. They screw up the body's internal sensing of when it's getting calories, which could lead to overconsumption of calories later. In other words, you drink the diet soda, you get that sweet taste, but the body never gets the calories to go along with it. And somehow that has an impact on the internal mechanisms of the body that control how much you eat and why. The other thing is I have a dentist here, he's a client, he talks continually about how much strain all that diet soda is putting on your teeth. It's terrible for your teeth. I know that if I even have one diet soda, I can feel the effect in my stomach. It's not a natural substance, people. You're way better off with water, tea, even coffee than the diet soda. Alright? The other problem with the diet soda, of course, is that it gets in the way of calcium absorption in the bones. So it's kind of a double whammy for all you ladies out there. You're not only then inhibiting the body's ability to absorb calcium and build one of your two most precious assets in life, your bone, but also at the same time, many times, often, that diet soda is being substituted for milk in a meal. Don't do that. You really don't want to do that. You really want to have a glass of milk or a glass of tea or water instead of that diet soda. And lastly, the caffeine, you really do want to minimize the amount of caffeine that you're drinking. Alright? So, you got it? If you really are trying to build that gut, drink your calories. It's very, very easy to take in hundreds and hundreds of extra calories in liquid form. So, that's installment number 4. Coming up next in this 5-step series of how to get a gut. I'm going to keep it a secret for now. It's coming up next week. In the meantime, if you are interested in coming and talking about all of this in more detail, I have 2 spots left in my Nomad Kickstart program right now. go to nomadkickstart.com and lock one of those in. And if you are really interested in getting to the inside of this membership site, send an email directly to me, John, John, at thefitnessnomad.com. It's John at thefitnessnomad.com. It's $37 a month. We'll get you set up before anyone else does. We're still not giving people access. We've still got some work to do. It's Friday. I'll be doing more filming on the grill and meals and recipes and all kinds of great stuff you can do on the grill with all the summertime we have left yet. So look for those coming soon. This is John Ashworth, the Fitness Nomad from the Nomad News Desk. Take care, everybody.